from here, obviously, to the end of the regular season and playoffs. So we got Providence coming in here Friday. We haven't obviously played yet, which is too bad because you like to play one team at least once each half of the season, but because of scheduling, it doesn't happen. Yeah, so it's just all Hockey East right now, and the position we're in a good position now. We just got to maintain and finish strong here in Hockey East.
Kind of a unique situation with Providence too. 3 of the next 4.
Yeah, I know. Next 3, yeah, we go home and away with them the following weekend. So we haven't seen them. Now we're going to see a lot of them.
That kind of create a playoff atmosphere almost because you're.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a playoff atmosphere, but you're going to get to know. Yeah, you're going to get to know them. That's for sure. And I saw them, the tape that I have, and not the tape, and you can see everybody now with putting them, the way they get uploaded now with the exchange. But they played well against Maine, up at Maine. They're quick, and I said this on the conference call today. Some of these teams, they may not have the wins in Hockey East, but they've played well. They just can't, they've had difficulty winning games, scoring goals, but we've been fortunate to beat some of those teams by 1 goal. So it'll be a battle, and it's just another Hockey East game. I thought we played okay against Dartmouth. Unfortunate way we lost the game, and but they were a good team, and the game went back and forth. Just we just didn't finish the way we would like to have finished at the end there.
Now in that game, John Henry had 2 goals. Can you just talk a little bit about what he's done in these past couple of games, even starting from break?
Yeah, we've been talking about him recently. He's having a good sophomore year. He's got a really good shot. He's strong. He's physical. He's got a great release. You get him coming off the top of the circle, coming down the slot. He put the puck on his stick. He's pretty accurate, and he gets it off. It's pretty hard. So yeah, he's having a pretty good season. How many goals does he get? 10?
9. There was a lot of frustration and kind of, after the St. Lawrence loss. How does this loss compare to that one? Just in the sense of the attitude this week in the locker room and everything.
Well, we've had a good week this week. I mean, it's it was a missed opportunity for us. Dartmouth, it's a big rivalry game. We knew they were good, and they were a real good team. I mean, they just came off of a tough game with Yale, and then they beat UNH. It's they played hard, they played physical, so the frustration is a missed opportunity, but. You really have to, focus ahead and, really pay attention to where we're at right now. It's Hockey East, where we put ourselves in a good position the first half, and with a couple of wins after the break. So now it's coming down the stretch here. We got to finish strong and just play well.
So you probably could say this every weekend going forward, but the biggest weekend to date for you guys is this one coming up.
Oh, definitely. I mean, as you move up here and further into the season, every weekend gets more and more important. And I think we kind of got to realize that each weekend isn't, as important as the future one. So we got to make sure that we come ready for Friday, take care of what we have to do against, Providence, and then move on after that.
What's the mood coming out of the Dartmouth game? I mean, coach was talking about missed opportunities, again and stuff.
No, definitely. I mean, obviously, we feel, last time I was talking to you guys, we don't feel good about it. We're down, but you got to forget about it and move on. And, there's nothing we can change now, and we got to really focus on Hockey East, and we know that we got to win some games here just because our out-of-conference schedule isn't necessarily the greatest, and if we want to, get a decent ranking at the end of the year and, keep going forward, we got to bear down in conference now and just make sure that we take care of what we can now.
How do you think you guys played overall against Dartmouth, and is there anything that concerns you going forward that you need to be better at?
I think we played okay. It wasn't our best game, obviously. We got to just put together a full 60 minutes. We have those 10-minute bursts where we play really well, and then we give up a little bit. We get those 2 or 3 minutes where we have little letdowns, and I think it's just coming back together. I think we lost a little bit in transition, a little bit in the defensive zone, but those are some things that we know that we can do very well if we play together. I mean, we showed it early in the year when we weren't giving up hardly any good opportunities, and we know that we got to bear down and come together as a team in the defensive end. It starts there, and then we got enough talent to where if we take care of our business in the D zone and we can get it up ice, that they're going to make plays happen. We're going to score goals.
Coach is always saying, it's always play after you score a goal that you need to focus on. And for you guys, to come back, score a goal, tie the game, and then give up another goal. What are you guys doing specifically to try to fix that going forward?
I mean, I guess all you can do is really pay more attention to it and focus better after that shift. I mean, we can't get comfortable. We got the game tied up, and we can't be thinking again, okay, here we go, now we're going to get on a roll and keep going. They're going to battle back. They know that shift right after a goal, too, is most important, and they can't have a letdown, and we can't have one either, and we let it happen a couple of times, like you said, and it's just something that you got to learn from, and we had to, we got to learn, from our mistakes and make sure that we move forward and we don't let it happen to us again.
You guys have been playing really well defensively in the past, over almost 2 months. I mean, first time you've given up more than 4 goals since, I think, the Brown game. I mean, does that concern you at all, or is it just one of those games where it turned into kind of a shootout with a high-scoring game against Dartmouth?
It concerns you a little bit. Obviously, it's just one of those things, though, you gotta move past it. Like you said, we had those 2 months where we played really well, and we have, we get, like I've been saying, we get comfortable, and that's one of those things that you can never let yourself get too comfortable. And it's, you gotta have that confidence, but you can't get to arrogance, and we gotta move from that game and really get back to where we were playing as a group defensively. All 5 guys gotta help, stand in front of DG back there, and everyone's got to do their job. We can't be looking to cover for someone else. We got to have, respect and responsibility for each other, that they're going to do their own job.
Back into Hockey East, it's all Hockey East games from now on. So.
Yeah, I think we're all excited about that. We had a good run out of conference early on. Struggled a bit lately, but I think right now, we're all concentrating big time on Hockey East here. One of our major goals of the year is getting back to Boston and making a run at the Hockey East playoffs. We want to defend the Hockey East regular season, and I think right now our immediate goals are just going to be worrying about Hockey East and this weekend coming up with Providence and BU.
How do you guys feel like you played against Dartmouth, and are there any concerns as you go forward here?
I think we played well against Dartmouth. We struggled a little bit, maybe mentally in the game, but we played well. We could have played better, but I don't think there's any concerns. It's a long season. We've played well throughout the season. I think the thing right now is getting back to the basics and the little things that we've done well that have gotten us the victories this year. I wouldn't say there's any concern. Like I said, it's a long season, and you're going to lose some games here and there. It's just going to be how we rebound from those losses and, what we take away from it. It's a learning experience every time you lose to kind of look in the mirror and see where we can go to make ourselves better and, at the end of the year, accomplish those goals we set out forth at the beginning.
You say there's no concerns, but first time you guys have given up 4 goals in a game, 5 goals in a game since, I think, against Brown. Any concerns defensively, or is it just one of those games where it just turned into kind of like a shootout thing?
Yeah, I think it's, it's not taking anything away from Dartmouth. They're a great team this year. They're having success in ECAC. And, it was just kind of one of those games that just kind of turned into a shootout. I think defensively, we're fine. And it's kind of like I said, it's just getting back to the basics, doing the little things right and looking, defensively and taking care of our D zone first and then moving on from there. They played, like I said, they played a good game the other night, and they probably caught us a couple times, and like I said, it's just going to be looking at some of the things we did wrong the other night and being able to correct that and make it better coming up this weekend against Providence BU.
Were there specific issues with Dartmouth, like recurring things or just odd things here and there? I
don't believe so. I think it's like you said, a couple odd things. There's a couple bad bounces that I felt that kind of went against us. I wouldn't say there's any recurring things that are like that we're looking at and being like this is happening too many times. I would just say like a couple bad bounces, and they're a good team. They're offensive, and they had some opportunities that they definitely capitalized on. So.
Coach talked a little bit about he'd like to see the transition defense be a little bit better. Is that
Yeah.
something you guys stress a lot?
Yeah, it is. It's something that we've been working a lot in practice is, you know, when you have a good transition game, you know, you can catch teams on their heels. You know, you can create those odd man rushes. You know, getting a third or fourth guy into the play late, you know, will give us opportunities coming into the offensive zone. So anytime we have a good transition game, you know, it's going to put other teams back, and it's going to give us advantage against them. So, you know, it's about capitalizing on those situations. You know, we put ourselves in a good situation, you know, in a good transition game. It's going to, you know, it's going to be, you know, capitalizing on those opportunities that we give ourselves by having a good game like that.